Hello, this is Ronnie. I'm back here with two clips taken from a long video that I just finished to record for my subscribers. Before going through with the clips, I would like to mention that I see additional progress here on my channel on YouTube. I am now showing that I have more than 1,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm obviously pleased with this progress. Also, I'm getting quite a lot of views, much more than I got a few months ago. So thank you very much for your interest, and I would like to celebrate this with you, the fact that we have crossed the 1,000 mark, and I will be reintroducing the special offer that I had in the past, special offer concerning my services. So if you are interested, please stay on. After the clips end, I will be providing further details on that. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the clips and hope to see you next week. Okay, that's gold. That's the weekly, and that's spot gold price in US dollars, and you can see what happened today, and you can see that the 50 is still climbing higher here, and it is, in my opinion, acting as support, as I suspected. For quite a long time it acted as resistance. You see that the 50 on the moving averages here, simple, acted as resistance, and now it's coming in, it's playing the role of support. And moreover, we have seen this past week actually an attempt to rally that is that yielded bullish engulfing pattern. As you can see here, it covered the price action of last week, and all in all, there are some bullish noises coming out of it. But as far as I can see from this particular chart, and we have quite a few charts in this video that I will refer to later on, of major corporations in the mining sector that are really clearer in terms of their bullish intention. Yes, quite a few major corporations are showing that they are just leaving behind a bottom here and are beginning to look up quite seriously. In the case of the commodity itself, it's not terribly clear. I'll show you what I make out of the price action here, but we do need a decisive run towards 1,300, and ideally sitting on top of the 1,300, that would restore equilibrium, if I can say that, and would definitely put back on track the idea that we have finished the ABC, and we are going to likely look at higher highs in the months to come if the entire ABC is the entire second wave, and that we can't know for sure right now. Now let's go and see the daily, and you can see that on the daily scale it's been really struggling with the 200 moving average, but from beneath, ideally you would have liked to see it as a bull. You would have sorry, you would have liked to have seen it sitting on top of the 200, but that's not the case here. Nevertheless, it is quite possible that we have witnessed a failure in the C in the following way. If we end the B right here, we come down in a structure of a 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 3 4 5. The fifth leg that was supposed, if you like, to go under that, not to create a failure, actually failed to do that, didn't go under, and then we are seeing a structure here that could very cautiously be taken as possibly the first leg of a move that could develop into a run to above 1,300. I'm saying very cautiously because silver is not following the same pattern. Silver is not playing the same ball game right now. Silver is actually putting the odds slightly in favor of the bears, looking for another touch under this level. So please stay very open-minded about that. This could still take place. Sorry, in the case of gold, here's the 60 minutes, and here's how I base my argument that we might have seen the first leg that could take gold higher, and that's going to become very apparent in the coming week. Okay, I'll show you a few gold posts that should be met. This is a 1 2. We go up, we have our 3 4 5. That perhaps is the first leg. Now coming down here, that's a 1 2 3 4 5. That could be an ABC, which is a B. And what we need is a touchdown towards 1260 or so. Now if it plunges further than 1260, it plunges to a 1255 and it sort of sags around here, forget it, it's going down. It's probably going to follow in the footsteps of silver, going to give us a lower low under 1245. However, if it does go down towards 1260 and then bounces back and runs strongly about 1275, then forget about 1245. It's not going to come back. I don't think so. I think you can work with the idea that you have your first leg right here. That's an ABC, and start looking up. Start looking up. By the time it does that, and it runs about 1275, some major mining stocks that we are looking at regularly, by then I think will be showing a pretty distinct bullish pattern, and I think that would be a lot. Now here's silver. That is the weekly, and you can see we have witnessed second week of very quiet price action here. Silver is just leaning on this important line, support line, and not doing much. Not doing much. It is still holding all the options that we discussed in recent weeks. This being an ABC, perfectly possible, and to have an ideal pattern, if I can put it this way, an ideal pattern in the case of silver, we do need maybe even just one day of popping down towards 17. Yes, just even a spike intraday will do the trick. Going down here towards 17, 16 and a half, and then rebounding, running back above 18 in the same manner that I drew here. That's it. That will do the trick. It will terminate a clear ABC and will pave the way for much higher prices. Okay, as I mentioned before, we do have quite a few silver and gold large producers charts that we are tracking regularly, and they already show signs that silver either left behind a bottom and we have experienced some sort of failure here, or silver must be nearing a bottom for the entire structure that began from here. Okay, so I don't think there is a point of staying very bearish at this point. I think that when you put all the evidence together, things are not that bad, It is still leaning on the 200 that is going up here on the daily. So things are looking okay. This is still very much a normal price action for a correction. What you see here, perfectly normal price action after you see such a surge, that you'll come back and test. Here we have significant support, as you can see here. So I still take it as corrective, and my thoughts are that it is likely to find a bottom if it hasn't found already, and will start looking up. Barrick Gold. This is the monthly scale of Barrick Gold, one of the major producers of gold in the world. And you can see from the analysis that we're going to present now that there is a fair chance that it hit the floor for now and it's beginning to look up. That was taken as an A, that's a B, that's almost certainly an extreme bottom that is unlikely to be revisited soon. That is the idea, and it jumped back above long-term support that we have seen here at around 15. It came back to test that level, and in my opinion there is a good chance that it hit the floor for now, or for this correction, and it will begin to look up. Let's have a look at the monthly from close, as this is that is the surge that is taken as one, and that is the correction. Now, one thing I have to tell you up front, there is absolutely no way in the world of knowing for sure whether the second wave is complete. This could be frustrating for some, but it is better to acknowledge up front the possibility that it's not finished, and to take into account the likelihood that it will shoot back towards the previous high and then come back again, rather than putting your faith in immediate surge like that might not materialize, but might come around in 6 months or 8 months from now. Okay, it is really, really important that you factor the possibility that this is not the end of the second wave, and on purpose I'm showing you the monthly scale so that you can see clearly the structure of what could perhaps put off many people from the bullish side if it gets stuck here for another 6 months going nowhere. Okay, bouncing between 23 to 15. That would look very normal. Okay, so don't be put off if you're a bull. If it runs around here for 6 months or 8 months, again, that could look perfectly normal in the circumstances. Now let's go and see the weekly. Here's the weekly, and the one thing that I kept emphasizing, if you remember in my analysis, is that the 50 moving average is often a very important signal as to the larger scale how it operates. And here we have seen the 50 playing the role of resistance on many occasions. Just study the chart and you will see. Look, we have highlighted this before, and now I suspect that, I told you that I suspect that's going to turn into support rather than resistance. And look what happened. This week, this is not yet definitive, but this week we already have some signs that this is exactly taking place, that this is support. And we've got a nice bounce, we have engulfing, a bullish engulfing pattern. And when I drill to the lower scale, I've got this, that's now the daily. You remember we took this as an AB, we were looking for the C to terminate, it's quite possible it's over. Barrick Gold actually went one step further than the commodity itself, gold, and you will see in a sec what I mean. It is sitting on top of the 200 right here, that's the 200 moving average, and it actually jumped back above the resistance, turning into support at around 17, just under that level. Do you see that? That's also important. But what is really intriguing is when you go to the 60 minutes and you look carefully at the structure here. This is really interesting. I think that what is taking place is that the jump that we have seen here basically established a bullish momentum that could yield the first leg of this big move that will take us a lot higher. I'm taking this on the 60 minutes as 1, 2, that's 3, that's potentially 4th wave. Yes, we could go slightly lower, but provided we stay away from this line, which comes at around 16, we are fine in assuming that this is a 4th wave, and we would look for the final pop towards 18. Okay, if that takes place, then we have 5 legs from the floor right here, and I think then we can start working, building on that. We would be looking for sideways price action between, let's say, 18.5 to 17. Okay, going sideways for a few days, and if we get a clear ABC, it could still open the gate for a 1-2. If we get a very clear triangle, then it will probably be a B that will signal. Let me show you here. Let's take the 240 minutes, that's 4 hours chart. You see, if you get a triangle here, you got your 5 legs going up, that's very nice, but that doesn't guarantee that it's one. It could be an A. If you get a clear triangle here, that will shift the odds that in fact you're dealing with an A, B, and what you're going to get as a short is not going to be a 3rd wave, it's going to be a C. And that is one of the tools that could help you, yes, detecting whether it's a triangle or not. That could help you to know whether this is an ABC that eventually will see prices coming back to retest this level. Okay, but you can see that we are still early in the game. We'll take it one step at a time. That's the best way to take it as far as I can see. And in short, things are looking up in the case of Barrick Gold. Okay, this is Agnico Eagle Mines Limited. It's traded also in the UK. The symbol in the US, it's AEM, traded in US dollars. The monthly here is showing us a giant ABC, and the surge I presented it during the week. Sorry, and I was talking about the likelihood of a second wave or the correction at least being behind us, and now it's looking up. Now it is so clear from this chart that the second wave might need further work. I mean, yeah, we went down here, we got our ABC complete, but that does not necessarily mean we're going straight down. And you can see it very clearly here. This is looking fairly brief in reference to the first surge. And also I have to point out that the correction wasn't that deep. It didn't even touch the 50% retracement. So we got a very powerful support line coming up here. And that was very much in play. As you can see, it touched the line, bounced back. So on the monthly, if you ask me, I don't think that this stock is ready to zoom higher now in the third wave. I could be wrong, but I think that what is quite likely is going to run back to 60. It's going to spend a few more months around here. And as I said, in the case of Barrick Gold, that would look perfectly normal. Now here's the weekly, and that's the wave kind I'm using. That's an ABC, and I think that you can see this big jump this week. Yes, it wants to go higher. It wants to go high. It looks to me like there's a bottom in place here for this move coming down. And when I drill into the 60 minutes here, you will see I think we are dealing with exactly the same structure that we highlighted in the case of Barrick Gold, which is on the whole quite positive. So I think the second wave ended here, and that's the 200, and you can see the big jump that it got from the support of the 200 and the support of this brown line. And let's go to the 60 minutes. And look, it is essentially the same pattern that we just discussed in the case of Barrick Gold. That's one, that's two, that's three. You see, I take this to be a fourth wave, and it has no business crashing back under 47. Agnico Eagle Mines is another major producer of gold, silver, and other metals. Pretty important stock. Okay, this is an interesting stock for those who really want action, and I mean action. This is first Majestic Silver Corporation. The symbol is AG, traded in the US under the symbol AG in dollars, US dollars. And I just want to show you the long-term chart because my data feed takes us only to 2011, but it's enough to go to Yahoo, and you can see it goes back here to 2008. Is AG, you see, that's first Majestic Silver Corporation. And it takes you even before 2008. I'm on the maximum data feed here. So I think that what we are looking at is basically a big surge here that could be taken as either an A or 1, and the breakdown in the last several years that came to recheck the floor is basically a possible ABCX ABC. I'll show you the structure in my data feed. Yeah, and the surge here, in my opinion, almost started another huge bull move that stands a good chance of retesting the top here. Okay, so this is the larger scale. It adds a few more years. Yes, my chart stops somewhere around here, so it adds a few more years. It's important to see that because it shows you the double bottom over the long scale. It shows you the double bottom. 2008, 2009, we hit the floor. It came back to the same level. You see, and what I think took place here is basically corrective. An ABC, X, ABC down here. This is a pattern that has been in play in many other major producers, but here we are looking really at an extreme case of volatility. It touched bottom at 241. Look where it touched top right here. That's really astonishing. And now it's coming it's dropping like a rock, but I don't think it's going back there. I think that we can work with the idea that that's 108, and I think what we are looking at, like in the case of many other mining stocks, we are looking at a correction. The correction here, of course, because it was an exaggerated, almost insane move, almost 10 bagger in a shot. And look at the explosion in volume in reference to what you had for so many years. This is absolutely explosive situation here with the volume. And my thinking is that we are basically in a correction ABC. I'll show you here. I think that's an A. That's an A, B, C, D, E, probably ending here. And now we're in a 1, 2, 3, 4. And like in the case of silver, the commodity, I think we need another touch to sort of give us a perfect looking ABC structure. We need a touch under this level, the registered low recently. I'm not sure how far it's going to go. Might go down to 6. Okay, but very short term, it seems to me that the line that I put for you here, which comes just above 9, right here, should be taken into account if you decide to trade it, because I think that a jump back above this level would suggest we have seen the bottom. We have seen the bottom in this C, and it could be ready to go there. Now, I emphasized if you are seeking action because you realize that this stock is very risky. The volatility is absolutely, I mean, just the numbers, you just look at the scale of the moves. And on top of it, if you decide to go with a margin account trading this stock, you better know what you're doing, because you're going to multiply your risk by many folds. But as I said, if you seek action, and this is something that could appeal to you, maybe with a bit of your money, just you know, if you are very interested in this kind of activity, this is a candidate for a major swing up here that could be hugely profitable. Look, it's now at 824. If it drops down towards 7 or 6.5, and it swings back up just to recheck the top here, you see you're going to have more than a double. And if you go on 50% margin, you're going to have quadruple. In short, this is really could become very hectic occupation. Hello, I'm back here with further details concerning the offer that I mentioned in the introduction. You need to go on my website, www.wavemastery.com. You land on the front page here, and you can run through my website. There are a few articles here might be of interest to you. There are two ways in which you can access the offer. One is through the subscribe here. You pass your mouse, yes, you run your mouse over subscribe here, and you have to go to the special promotional offer. Okay, that's one way of accessing it. The other way of accessing it is going to resources, and you run down right at the bottom, you get the same page, special promotional offer. Okay, you do not want the subscribe here, the normal subscribe here, because this is the full rate. Okay, so I repeat, you go to the special promotional offer, and that would land you on the page with all the details and the special links. As to the rest of the tabs here, in the resources, you do have access to enormous amount of charts. You see I have charts below. There are a lot of charts that I put here that give a good idea how I go about analyzing various markets. You will see also different time scales, weekly, daily, from a whole range of markets. Useful links, you would find a few links that I came across that I think are worth looking at. And recommended reading list, this is covering, it's not a complete list, it's covering number of books that I read, and I think it's worth your time. Yes, if you are very interested in learning more about trading. Private policy and terms of use, these are standard things. I never use your email for any other purpose than just contacting you specifically concerning my service. I do not sell you information in any shape or form. As you notice, I also don't have any I don't run any advertisements. My website, my entire service is just very straightforward. There are no, if you like, bits and pieces on the side that are for marketing purposes or for advertisements purposes. So if you go on the special promotional offer, you'll see that it expires on the 31st of October, okay? So the sooner you subscribe, the earlier you can benefit. It basically gives you across the board 50% off the normal price, and it also allows you to have a trial of 7 days in the case of the daily service and 2 weeks in the case of the weekend service for just €1, okay? It's not much money. If you like to see what it's about, you're welcome to try. Read through that. Normally the price is 159 euro per month. I'm now giving it away for 79 per month plus VAT. VAT is usually applicable to European countries. UK, US, Belgium, surprisingly, you do not pay VAT, and you will see that there is a special link for that. Otherwise, other countries are subject, people from other countries are subject to VAT, and I would need really exactly the name, address, and country you're coming from for VAT purposes if you are subject to VAT. Of course, this is, for example, people from Germany and Cyprus, they choose this. If you go for the daily service, and you have here a drop-down menu, you have to choose the country you're coming from. If you are again coming from Europe, you have Sweden. There are various rates here, Portugal, Poland, Ireland, Greece, you go through all that. If you are from the UK or USA or Belgium or other non-EU countries, if you are from Asia, okay, you are from Asia, you are not subject to any VAT, you just take this link, and that is still covering the daily service. Now, if you go for the weekend service, which gives you access only to the weekend video, to the long video that I record every weekend, that again slashed from 59 per month to 29 per month. That's euros plus VAT again. You have €1 trial. That's the first 2 weeks. You will get that's a trial just for €1. And if you're interested, you don't do anything at the end of the 2 weeks. You simply go on the program, on the plan. Again, people in Europe, you have the various countries here subject to VAT, different levels, and people in UK, USA, Belgium, other non-EU countries, you take this link. Okay, it is important to point out that the price of 50% off will be valid for 1 year, for the entire first year of your subscription. Okay, so to be clear, once you go through the trial, if you like what you see, you don't have to do anything, and you will go automatically on the plan of 50% off the normal price, and that would run for 12 consecutive months. Okay, that applies to the daily service as well as to the weekend service. Now let's just run through something here. Let's suppose you are from the UK, US, or from Asia. You click on subscribe here. It takes you to the PayPal page, to the payment page right here. Okay, it shows you special offer, UK, USA, Belgium. Okay, €1 for the first week and €79 for each month for 12 installments. Okay, you have to fill in your details, and that is going to my account, which is under Ron Fatal, but I prefer you call me Ronnie, but this is simply my official name, so don't be put off suddenly not knowing where this money is going to. It's going to the account that eventually, once you go through all that, you fill in all the details, you pay, it's going to take you back to my website to fill in your membership details, to choose your password, to choose your username. Be careful how you choose your username, it cannot be changed. So I need you valid email address, full details you will see, the country you come from, etc. Once you go through all that, you're going to fall on the appropriate page in the servers at the appropriate page that you subscribe to. If you subscribe to the daily service, you're going to follow on immediately the latest video. And in this case, I am currently speaking here on the 15th of October. You're going to see the long video that I've just recorded. It's more than 80, I think it's about 85 minutes video covering many markets. And then you will see there is an archive. You can go through and see some of past videos, etc. If you have any question, you get stuck at any step on the way, you have hesitation, something didn't work out, whatever, you clicked, you paid, and you couldn't get access, anything comes up, you just go there. Do you see? You go to contact us, you come, you write your name, you give me your email address. Please make sure, double check that you give me the right address, because if I get the wrong address, with all my goodwill, I will not be able to contact you. You realize that? I will simply not be able to contact you. So please be careful, put the right address, check it, and then leave me your message. Go through these quick calculations. It's primary school stuff. Yeah, 2 plus 14, 16, submit, and that's it. And I get the message. I'm based in Belgium. So if you write to me from the US, from Asia, and it's rest time for me, so don't be surprised if I don't reply on the spot. But if it is during daytime for me here in Belgium, even late evening, yeah, there is a chance you will hear from me. Anyhow, for sure you will hear from me within a day, and I'll sort out whatever problem you came across. So feel please comfortable also to ask me any question if you have any doubt or any you have any question about certain markets that I cover, etc. Once you become a subscriber, you can ask me specific questions concerning positions that you have. I do not give personal advice, but what I can do, I can comment on the technical on the technicals. Okay, I can basically analyze a specific market for you if you are interested. Yes, I will analyze it, and if there is time, I'll include it in the daily video. If not, I'll simply send you a chart with my comments. Okay, so you can take it further and see what you want to do. So that's all for this introduction. Hope to see you on my website. Hope you take advantage of this special offer. I don't know when I'm going to introduce it next time, so you have now time to take advantage of that, and hope to see you. Hope to be able to help you. All the best. Bye now.